Welcome back to Faithlink Gaming. I'm going to do another guide for you today on the Respect from the Past quest. It's one of the quests for leatherworking. You get it from Storm Totem. It's an absolute nightmare, same as the elk quest I did earlier. As you can see on the map, it just shows you a really vague location. That's one of them. I've already done one part, but I'll go back and show you where that is. So I'm going to show you how to get to these areas. So for the first one we're going to go for, if you fly to Skyhorn, I've got my mate with me at the moment because he's doing the same quest. So if you fly to Skyhorn and come down this way, hopefully he's following. Right, so you want to start heading for this part here where you can see there's a gap leading up there. Again, if you use the leather barding, that would probably help on this quest. I've not got one. I've been quite lazy, to be honest, but we should be alright. I've rolled tank spec now, so I can tank quite a lot of damage anyway. Alright, so if you head down here, instead of going into the cave, you want to head up this part here, up the snow part. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of mobs up here, but you should be able to get through. If you're not confident, buy the Stonehide leather barding and just pop that on it. They're not that expensive. It'll probably save you a lot of aggro as well. Just keep my eye on him as well. Alright, so if you keep running up this path, got quite a long run up here and there's a lot of mobs. Just keep my eye on him. Right, so you want to head right, just keep following this path all the way up. Alright, run past these mobs as well. And keep going down the path, ignore all the harpies if you can. If you don't, hopefully you shouldn't get dismounted. Alright, so you're going to keep running until you see, if you've not been up here before obviously, until you see the exiled shaman, rare. If not, just keep following the path if you've already killed him. It's definitely worth killing him, he's a rare, so I'm just going to kill him quickly. I'll resume the video once he's dead. Okay, there you go, he's dead now. So you see, if you come around here, you can see it glowing over there. That's the first tanning rack you want. Just do that to be a little bit quicker. So there you go, there's your first one. That's the Wisdom of Garou, and I'll show you the other ones in a second. Alright guys, right, I'm going to show you the second part now. So we've gone back to Thunder Totem, and we're going to head this way towards this path here. Most of the wisdom that you want to get is based around Thunder Totem. Like, that's usually the closest flight point to most of them. Just depends on how much of the map you discovered. So you want to keep heading up here. You can either go across the bridge if you want to be safer, or you can head up this way. This is where we're going to go. So you want to run past these basilisks, and there's an absolute ton of them. Oh, is he alright? Yep. Okay, so you want to head up this path until you start to see these big worms, Naxa and Zist. So you want to keep running up here. You can see this path here starting to head up into the mountains. I'll show you on the map quickly. So we're just here. So you want to run up this path until you get to Reflection Peak and just keep running up. On a side note, when you are coming back down, unless you use your Flight Master's whistle, if you're going to run back down, just be careful when you come down, because one of us did fall off the edge earlier, and luckily I can glide. So when you get up here, there's going to be this chest called this Totally Safe chest. It's definitely worth opening. It's a rare, which I'll show you now. There you go. So he's come out of there. I'll just kill him and then I'll put the video back to where we're going to be getting the rack. You can see it there anyway. So I'll resume it when we get to the next, when I'm showing you the next area. Okay guys, I forgot to mention on the last part, it was the Wisdom of Halewa, the one that we got on top of the mountain, just around there. Right, I'm going to show you the next part now. So if you come back to Thunder Totem, this is the easiest way from what I can see anyway. Just purely because then you've got quite a few waypoints that you can find. So head out of Thunder Totem, back up this way. If you're doing this in a cycle, then obviously you don't have to come back. You can run across. But we've come back to Thunder Totem just to show you in case you come back. So when you get up to this part, you got to turn right and head towards the dungeon entrance. So you keep running across, go up across the bridge, and you can start to see the path heading up here now. Oops, sorry, I lagged a little bit then. Right, so you got to start heading up here to where you start seeing the goats. You can see them here running around. Just keep following this path up here. This is probably the longest one to do, by the way, so I don't know if you want to do this first to get it out of the way or save it till last. I'm sorry if you can hear any wind noises, it's quite warm at the moment, so I've just got the fan on. So yeah, instead of, you want to, like I said, follow this round, don't go that way, start following where these ropes are. You'll see little foxes and stuff running around. And again, be careful on the edge because you can obviously fall down there. So follow this round. Basically, you're heading to the highest point on the high mountain place. Keep heading up. Once you get to this bridge, you want to go across this bridge. The Frost Hoof Watch. So you want to go across this first one. If you don't like heights, don't look down. So once you get to the top of the bridge, you'll see the path diverges off. So you want to follow it up. You don't want to go left. We've got to keep going higher. So we're going to the highest point on the map. So follow this round and you'll see another bridge. The kite's a giveaway. You can see that when you're down there. So if you go down and look for the kite, just so you don't get lost, you can see that. Oh, Jesus. Mission complete and just lagged me out completely there. You'll start to see like worms and big ogre things. So you want to head across here, keep following this. Once you get to about here, you can see this, you want to drop down here. So if you look to your right, you'll see like an entrance to a cave. That's when you know you're in the right area, and you'll see this little shrine. You're going to follow this round the side. Keep heading round. And you'll see it just down here. So for your bearings, you look like a complete parallel straight line to the little garrison point there. So once you've got that, you want to head down here, but just be careful, you don't want to go flying off the edge. And then there you go, you've got your next one. That's low file. I'll show you the last one in a minute. Like I said, I've already got that one, but I'll show you where that is as well. That's probably the easiest one to get in as well. Okay, so we're on the fourth part now. So we've flown to this area here, Sylvan Falls, I think. Yep, that's right. So you want to come out of the flight point. You can either go up there and drop down, or you can just go this way and drop down. It's entirely up to yourself. This way you take less damage, but you've got aggro. So if you just drop into the water, wait for him to come round. Yep. So try and avoid the mobs. You don't want them following you in the cave, because you're going to end up having to fight loads of things in there anyway. So you want to enter this cave, Live Spring Cavern. Start running in here. I'll try and skip as much of the mobs as possible, but as many as the mobs as possible. Um, yeah, there's a few people. I think there's a world quest on at the moment here. We did it earlier, so there shouldn't be that many mobs alive anyway. So once you come in the cave, follow the water around up the first path, up the second one, and keep running left. You'll see this big like totem thing, and you want to use this one here. I've already done it, like I said, so it's grayed out for me. But that'll be your last one, or well, depending on which way you do the which order you do them in. That'll be your one. That'll be your last one. So that's it for the guide for this quest. If you've got any requests for guides or anything, any game, we're willing to have a go on, do some videos, and maybe mix up the content a bit. We're going to do some mythic dungeons possibly tomorrow or the day after. I'm going to do some playthroughs on them, and we can do heroics and normals if that's what you guys want, just to show you the easier ones as well. Thanks for watching. If this video was helpful, like it for us and leave any comments in the comment section, and we'll reply to them as soon as possible. Thank you.